We're back onto our, what is this thing? Superglide FX? We're onto the yellow towel bike. I keep thinking that bike's yellow. I know it's not. Okay, we got the new seal driving tool in that we didn't have before. Here, you're in charge. Now we haven't tested this yet to see if it works. This fits for 35 and 36 millimeters, so I'm covered. And it didn't tell me how to take this apart either, so I got confused already. Damn,
that didn't work.
Damn. It's got to be a fancy way of doing this. Could be something holding it together. Until I use these a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's something hard in there. Beats me. Did you read the instructions?
Nope.
I know it comes apart somehow. I don't know how. Anti-slip. That's nice. Okay, well if we rotate it 90 degrees, let's see what happens. There
Bingo.
Oh, it's dovetailed in.
Yeah.
Let's see. You didn't think I could figure that out, did you? Almost. Okay, now what I'm worried about is scratching up our new fork legs here. Okay, it's definitely loose. Appears to have enough room. Okay, we already got some oil on there. I would take it out of there, but we don't want to disturb your count.
6.5.
To 6 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of that on here. That way I can make a nice mess. Now hopefully I'll make it slippery enough it shouldn't scratch the chrome, because some people are picky about the chrome.
Yes.
We don't want anybody like that around here, do we? We made a mess on the floor already. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Boom. Okay, how'd this work? This goes together like this. This is extremely complicated. There should have been directions. It goes in hard. Nope. Must be some chrome buildup, bigger than normal. That looks like we're close. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, now we got a snap ring. Sharp edges go up. I always like putting a snap ring on the inside edge so you don't have to look at it. like that.
Looks good.
Didn't screw it up too much yet. It appears the oil seal's in there further than it needed to be. So I was having too much fun. Alright, where's your new covers at? Push in the back and flip down on the front. Stay on. Yeah, didn't fall off yet. Okay, we got some new rubber booties. There's some new chrome.
Sweet.
There we go. Got some noise in the background here. Hello. Appears I didn't get it quick enough.
They'll call back.
I don't know. It said private on it. Okay, I got my hard part on. How's yours fit? Don't scratch the chrome. Look at it, it fits on there almost. Okay, that's a lousy fit. You know what that means, don't you?
Mm-mm.
Means you got the silicone on there. I'd recommend not using red. Yeah, the rubber is, they cheated you on the diamond of the rubber,
So it doesn't fit snug.
or they screwed up and gave you too much metal. Okay, so you're going to have to glue those down. Okay, so we'll do that later, obviously. I want to clean with a dirty rag like that. I'll use a clean rag like this. Okay, now we're ready to put some oil in here. You're not even filming what we're working on over here either. Okay, so we're going to put some oil in the spring. This one doesn't require a shim in here because we got the correct spring on this. Okay, so put a little bit in there, but pay attention because if you put in too fast, it will come out the top of the tube. Go quicker than that though. Alright, stop there. Do you hear the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm going to work the fork a little bit to kind of cycle it in there a little bit. That'll suck it past the dampener in there. You can see oil on the bottom of the fork where it belongs. Okay, should have enough room now. See that? Gurgling's good. It's displacing the air. Or it's going to the bathroom on my foot. Foot's dry. I have done that. It helps to put the plugs in the bottom of the fork before you do this. Okay, now we take this and install this temporarily because we're going to have to be back in here again anyway. Okay. Appears to have some dampening on it. Okay. That needs to go by the spike or someplace where it will not fall.
Mm-hmm.
Or scratch. So you have to pick up a tube of clear silicone.
Roger.
Or weather stripping, your choice.
Who did the box that all this stuff was sitting in?
Just lay it next to the motor right there, it's fine. Right behind you. Right over there. No, can't lay it flat. Oil will come out. Lay it on the floor. Right there. Up against that, it won't fall, won't it?
No.
Unless you kick it. In which case it'll be your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's our other rubber. Now, you think they cheated you on the rubber or cheated you on the chrome? Gave you too much metal.
Yeah.
See, it fits everything now, because it doesn't fit anything.
It's universal.
Universally screwed up. Yes, you've heard of that before. Okay, now we can do the same thing on this one. Here, set it up front, get it out of the way.
Where's Scooby?
Yeah, Scooby's not here to play with that, so we have to make do. Scooby will have fun though the next day he comes. Okay, so this one I'm going to do the same thing too. You want to try this? You want to beat it? Take out your frustration. One more. Okay, see how the seal is flush with the bottom there?
Yeah.
So when the snap ring is in there, the snap ring will come up a little bit in the middle of the groove. You'll actually have clearance.
Okay.
Okay, which one's the sharp edge, which one's the dull edge?
I can't tell.
Use your thumb, your finger. Which one feels sharper?
This side feels sharper.
Okay, so this side goes up. Put it on the back side so you don't have to look at it. You make sure your pliers don't have something that's going to scratch the surface.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty rounded on both sides, but obviously this pin right here is a little bit less dull than the other side. Let's push on the clip to make sure it's all the way in. See how much above the seal you are? About 30 thou.
Yes.
So you're definitely in all the way. Okay, there's cover. And our other cover. Guess what? This one's loose also. Ugh, what happened? There it goes. This fork was tight down there too. Okay, how much oil are you putting in there?
6.5 to 6 3/4.
Is that what that is? You put too much? Oh my
But a
god.
little bit too much.
Oh jeez. It's a good thing you know how to get rid of that extra amount.
Close enough.
And we're using 15 weight oil, which is thicker than 10 weight, so you get a little more dampening. Sometimes we run 20 weight also, but in this case, no. Okay, same as before. Put about half of it in there. Okay, that's good. Sometimes you go all the way down and just pours it out.
It's hitting your face.
Yeah. See, this fork's pretty tight. See,
I've seen that.
just the chrome. See down here
A lot
where
different.
it's tight up there. Okay, dump the rest in. Should gurgle as you get in there. Now after you break this front end, it'll start to work a little better, and then like I said, you got to do an oil change to get all that grit out, because there's gonna be a lot of pent up chrome in there. You didn't pour it all in. You're getting kind of cheap there. All that excess you left. See? Can't be in a hurry on these jobs. You gotta get it all in.
Get it all in there.
Yeah, at least until it starts to drip, at least. That was an extra, a couple cc's at least. Yeah. You're going to push down as you turn, so the threads are really fine. They strip out easily. So if you want to take the load off the thread, so when you push down, it takes the load off to it, and you turn it lightly. Okay. See how it sticks a little bit? Got the restriction. Not very good. Okay, there you go, sir.
Thank you.
One step closer. All right, we're going to move on to the fork here in a minute. Okay, I got back working on the fork. So this is a triple tree head powder coated. So I got to hone these holes out so they fit over these used fork legs, the old ones here. Make sure they fit through there like they're supposed to. This one kind of almost goes. And this one here is a no-go. So I'm going to hone the hole so it'll fit up on here better. So you'd have to beat on with a big hammer. Which will screw up that new chrome fork we got over there. Okay, so I'm going to find the hole that will work with this. Now this is going to tear up my hone a little bit, but oh well. Let's see here. That looks like about the right one. And this appears to have a fine stone in it. Oh, that one fits too. Got another fine stone in it. This one will not fit, I bet. Nope. Okay, so we're going to use this one here. We're going to use a coarser grit stone here, so unless it's already been broken. We don't want to tear up our nice good one. What's going on here? Here. This thing will fit in here, but no, it doesn't want to. There it goes. Okay, so we're going to pull out our fine stone, put in the coarse one. Spring clip here that holds it in. And a little springy up in here. Goes like that. That's what that little tool is for. Alright, so now we're ready to do some ripping and tearing here. Alright, now the fun part of this is how am I going to do this without scratching it. Normally use this bar over to hold it, but in this case, see if I can't just rip it out of my hand. Probably a good one. Good. Oh, that was a bad one. Okay. So this wasn't that far out around. Probably just that bottom one. Try this one here. This one's a little rougher. So now this is all cleaned up a little bit, so it should be able to slip together nice and easy now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and clean this all up and we'll do that. Okay, we're back on our triple tray here. So I got to beat the bearing on here, so I got a sleeve here and then I got my top when I beat on here. Stick it down. We went ahead and tapped out the holes here all the way around and on under here, and then this is where we honed these out up in here. Didn't take much honing, but we knocked off the high spots, so they should go on easily, hopefully. The next thing is we got to lube up our bearings and put them on the bike. You got to check to make sure they fit the bike too. Get the right angles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Like you would know the difference, right?
Nope.
They make these Timkins in two different angles. Fine thread bearing, fine bearing and coarse bearing. Coarse bearing has less rollers in it. They changed in 1960. You'd be surprised how many bikes have mismatched bearings in them.
So I have no idea.
The difference is the angle that the roller is made to go on. It's only a degree or two different, but it makes a difference. Yeah, that's sharp. Well, yours is better. That's heavy duty plastic. That's not that cheap ass USA made shit. This is that import crap. It's this USA made knife that's a piece of crap. Yeah, see, it's good and sharp, see? Keeps from hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Alright, so what you do to make sure these fit is you go ahead and put them up on the bike and you make sure your cups up in here have the races in them. So all you do is stick the bearing in there, push down on it. If it doesn't rock, it's good. This one's nice and solid. Here, you try the bottom. If the taper matches, it won't rock. No rocky?
Solid.
Okay, there you go. That's a match set. Are you scraping up the powder coat over there? I didn't do that. Let's get up close up with that damaged area.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is pretty nasty. What did that? I haven't seen that before.
Nope, neither have I.
Well, it's a good thing we're not looking at anything important. So you have to bring in some of that black touch-up paint. Looks like that was rubbing on the, when it was probably laying on the ground in the back of the truck when it got brought over, I bet. That's usually things like that happen. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sand comes out of all the shit on the frame. Even if you got like you wrap it up in a bag or a towel,
Yeah.
the sand goes inside the towel and it eats that shit out of the powder coat. You'd be surprised how many new jobs I get that are like that. Here, try out your new knife. Okay, we're going to use this heavy duty grease right here. This is chip grease.
That's SDC.
Yeah, it's, what is it, what's he got over there? It's not PJ1. What the hell is it? Is that brand of grease he's
I don't
doing?
know.
I don't remember. Yeah, I forget the name of it.
Works good though.
It's good
It's
stuff.
free.
It was free. Yeah, he gave it to me, yeah. Well, I can charge you for it though.
Right.
See, that's not coming up. I'm doing it wrong.
There it goes.
You mean I was doing it wrong?
That worked more better.
That worked better. See how the grease comes up through the rollers. You like that one better?
I did.
Yeah, but it was not quite as much work. So now it is fully loaded. You like that fully loaded bearings? I forget what brand grease this is. It's expensive stuff. It's good stuff though, whatever this is. Let's look at the package one day. It's not as good as that Tribonite stuff over that black stuff.
Yeah.
The big dollar guys, we put that in the bikes. You're not worth it. You're not spending enough money on this.
No, I'm not yet.
Well, actually, you spend enough money, you used to do it with me. You spend on the chrome. The chrome guy got all your
The
money.
chrome guy, the polish guy.
Yeah. The chrome guy more than the polish guy. Okay, now the dust shields, you got two different dust shields. You got the small one, you got the big one. The big one goes on top because it's like an umbrella. It keeps the grease, it keeps the water out of the bearing. The bottom one, it goes like this. It sits up inside the cup. It's a smaller diameter one. So make sure you put the correct one on there, because once it's on there, it's not coming off. Appears to be tight. Okay, where's your installation device at? That's the tool. Where's the device? Going to be a press or a hammer? I'm thinking this thing right here is going to work. Nice secure surface.
Look at that.
It's hard. Does that bottom out there, or does it bottom out on the bottom?
I think the bottom.
Okay, 'cause it bottomed out. Okay, well, if this dust shield doesn't move, it's bottomed out on the bearing. Okay, that looks good. All right, so that part's on there. Now we get to do the upper half. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of secret sauce here on the threads, which lubricates the thread, but also keeps it from rusting a little bit. Okay, where's your other bearing? Okay,
In your hand.
Go ahead and goop it up. I'm making you work. Make sure you do it correctly. What are you advertising here? Bob's Big Boy? Give it another one. Make it feel like you're doing something important. There you go. That's a good layer. All right, I'll get it so I'll get greasy.
All right.
We don't want you to get greasy.
Princess.
All right, we're gonna scoop that thing up. Where are we at? Okay, what do we got over here?
Yeah.
Lots of grease. Doesn't look like you got enough in there to make a full load on here. I wonder what brand grease this was. I can't think of it. It's important, whatever it is. Maybe it is PJ1. It's something. It's good stuff, though. It says so right on the package. So you have a holding fixture.
There we go.
Need some more grease. Alright, I'm gonna grease up our frame over here. Okay, once you take that whole thing and move that frame this way a little bit. You gotta move the stuff out of the way right there. That stuff so we can slide the frame over. Actually, I think we're too close. Go back over here, we can see better. There we go. A little bit forward. That's good. Guess what that's for?
Right there.
Yep. Lubrication. I probably should check to make sure that dust shield fit the cup, because sometimes they don't. I'm sure that would be a problem, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
Okay, where's the top dust shield? You got that one out already? Okay. Okay. Ooh, fit right in there. Look at that. Looks like we got enough in there to me. Okay, put the dust shield up on there. And top tree, which is right here. And where's that nut?
That's
The
what
nut's
I'm
right there. The nut's right there. See, I didn't see if the nut fit inside of that. See if it fits in there correctly. There we go. Okay. Tighten it up. Hold the tree. Right. Got the right torque on there?
Yeah. See it right up in there.
What do you got?
I was just seeing how that dust cap went up in there. Nice.
Does it rotate freely? No dragging?
No dragging.
That means it's working. Can't see it though, your finger's in the way. The dust shield's up inside the cup right there. Right up under there. Okay, and looks like the fork stops are still contacting the frame like they're supposed to. So that's good. It almost like this thing came off this bike correctly. Alright, this is our original top tree, but we're going to get the other one cleaned up, which is over there. We're going to clear coat that one and put that polishing on there down the road. For now, we're going to use this old crappy one here, original to your bike.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a couple of fork sliders, one at a time. Which side do you want to do first? Fork leg assemblies.
Let's do the left one.
I need a big crescent wrench to hold it. It's a good one, use that one.
Yeah.
You gotta take the bolt off. You sure about that?
I don't think it's gonna go through there.
Then I can't just shove it through? This appears to be the right one, not the left one. Okay. How much are we gonna scratch the frame?
None.
None?
I'm not gonna scratch that at all.
None at all? Now if you don't rotate, you don't get those figure 8 marks in there. You didn't want the figure 8 marks, did you?
No.
Okay, appears to be all the way up for that one.
Is that your way?
Is that my way? Which side is that cap? I'm not using a Loctite there, are we? All right.
Hold up.
What?
We forgot the tree cover.
We forgot something. It's hard to get good help.
Damn it.
Why'd you have that over there? Well, this gives us a second opportunity to screw it all up. Enough. We have it. All the way up. You got the bolts in there, didn't you? On both sides?
Yeah.
Well, we can put that in later. It doesn't matter. Yeah, only a minor thing we forgot. Okay. Get the big tools out. Now, if you use the frame to help you, you don't have to hold it. See? See how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Hold the tubes and then rotate. Alright, that's enough for the lock up. Okay. Let's see if we can do the other one. Somebody keeps blocking the view over here. Who's doing that? Now I can block the view from my side. No, we're going to be on your side though. Is this going to fit easier or worse?
I hope easier.
Oh, this was a lot easier until you get to there and it gets tight again. Or if you don't rotate it too much, it doesn't leave marks. Okay. There we go. More interruptions. Hello. Okay, by myself again. Alright, I got the fork sort of put on. Now I work on the pinch bolts, so I had to get some black washers to go to black bolts. To pinch this all together. That goes underneath the tree cover here. I'm trying to keep from scratching up the fork also, which is real sensitive right now. The show chrome is not very durable, and it shows any kind of marks, so we can actually see marks where we put the fork up inside the tree. And this cover will scratch it too if I'm not careful. So less times you got to move this stuff, the better. Probably you have to move it a few times to get the job done, so gotta deal with it. Okay, this is not going to be final adjusted right now, but we have to just kind of rough it in a little bit so we can mock it up. Okay, initially you want to have a little bit of drag on your front end. This one doesn't have any real drag on it yet, so it kind of falls on its own a little bit. So what you do is you tighten up the top nut here a little bit to put the load on it. Right here. So you put a little bit of that on there. See, now you got some load on this now. It doesn't want to fall. Now we don't have a weight on this thing, so when you put weight on it, we get a little more pressure. But for now, you don't set these with no weight on them like I'm doing right now. So I'll need slightly more than this when you put wheel and stuff on it. So I'll tighten up a little bit more. Just a tick more. That should be enough. Okay, that should be good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my pinch bolts right here. Now if you don't have these pinch bolts loose when you adjust the tree, or adjust your bearings, what you're going to do is you're bending this tree here instead of having the tube slide in the lower tree, because this is fixed solid here with a taper, it doesn't move. On the later front ends, all this stuff slides up and down, but on these early ones, there's a taper that locks this in. So these have to be fully tight before you can adjust the tree here. And then after that's all adjusted, then you adjust the pinch bolts under here, which are buried under here, and you tighten these down. Once these are down, the cover goes down, put the bolts on the side, and it's done. That's how you're supposed to do it. Now with the headlight not being here, it makes it easier. When the headlight's there, it's kind of in the way, so it's a little bit harder. Like I said, look, the fewer times I slide this thing up and down, the better, but of course we're sliding it quite a bit right now. Okay. These show chrome fork tubes are real soft. Chrome scratch is easy. Okay, we have some button head Allens we were putting on there. What he did with them. We had them pulled out somewhere. Yeah. Great. Yeah, I wonder where you hit them. Let's see here. Yep, don't see them anywhere. Wonderful. Alright. Yeah, they'll turn out. So for now it doesn't matter. Okay, so These all should be working freely. Okay, this takes a through bolt here to hold the fender on, which I'm not putting on right now because got a show paint job on it. I don't want to screw it up just yet. Okay, but I want to go ahead and get this front end up onto the bike over here. So I got the axle caps off here, so I can just drop it right on top of our axle over here. Because I'll be by myself, more or less. So I got to clear the back of the rack out because I got a bunch of junk back there. So I'll come back once I get it all cleared away.